How's it going, everybody? John McLennan here, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to play the House of the Rising Sun as recorded by the Animals. Now, this song is actually a really old traditional song that wasn't actually written by the Animals, but of course, for me, that was the first version that I heard that I think is the most popular. And there's another version as well that I have a lesson on my channel of how to play this in the style of Chet Atkins, and there's a backing track that goes along with that as well. So if you like this lesson, you might want to also check out that lesson. Now, the guitar part on the recording by the Animals is incredibly unique. It uses a technique where you rake through the strings and you're almost combining arpeggio picking with strumming. Now, this is a really interesting technique, and I can't think of any other song really that uses a guitar part like this. Let me know in the comments below if there's another song out there that you can think of that uses this exact sort of technique where you're raking and strumming and arpeggio picking all in one. Before we get into the lesson, make sure to download your free copy of my book in the description below if you're interested in learning how to solo. This is a great book that's going to give you exercises to play over major, minor, and dominant chords. So if you're interested in improving your soloing, check that out. You can get a free download link in the description below. All right, with that said, let's break it down. Let's break down how to play the House of the Rising Sun by the Animals on guitar. Now, there's 3 sections we're going to cover in this lesson. We're going to learn the interlude, the verse, and the outro. The song starts off with the interlude, and that sounds like this. Let's go over the chords first. I'm thinking of this as being in a 6/8 time signature. So I'm giving each chord for the interlude 6 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. I'm going to start on an A minor chord and then go to C, then D to F. That's the first 4 bars. Then we're going to play A minor, E7, A minor, E7, 1 bar each. So altogether, that's A minor, C, D, F, A minor, E7, A minor, E7. So this is an 8-bar intro, and this is what we're calling the interlude, and it's going to happen at the end of every verse as well. Now let's talk about the strumming pattern that I'm playing here. Now this is kind of the tricky part. It's not the easiest pattern, but to me it sounds like a sort of folk guitar pattern that uses like a rake technique to kind of get an arpeggio picking sound like this. Now what I'm doing is I'm picking the root note here of the A minor chord. And then I'm just brushing through the strings and then coming back up. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, if you want to give a general rhythm to it. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we go to C. Same thing. And I'm almost doing this sweep motion where my strum hand just sort of falls through the strings in the groove of the music. And it takes a little while to get, but once you do it, it's a really fun feeling. Now, the other thing I want to point out is that you hear often these open strings as the chords change. A lot of times it's that open G string, and that's just sort of lifting up your fingers as you go to the next chord. You're just playing an open string, and that's a really big part of the sound. So for the D, I'm going to move my pick and start with the D string. And Same with the F. I'm playing just this little F chord. Then A minor. Then the rhythm changes on the E7. It goes, because we have one extra string, right, to sort of arpeggio pick through. So that's going to be 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 5, 6. So. So we have those two rhythms that we're changing between depending upon the chord shape that we're on. So here's the whole interlude with all of that put together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we get to the verse. Now the verse is a 14-bar progression. So the interlude there was 8 bars. The verse is 14. We're gonna play no new chords. We're gonna go A minor, and every chord is gonna get 1 bar unless noted. So A minor to C, D to F, which is just like the first 4 bars of the interlude. Then A minor, C, and then 2 bars of E7. Okay, so here's all that again. And of course, this is where the melody comes in. There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun. Stay on E7. Okay, the next half goes A minor, then C, then D, then F. It's the same as the first 4 bars again. And then we finish with da 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 da, and that's it. And then the resolve to the phrase, gotta know I'm one. That's the interlude. You see, so right there at the end of the phrase, da 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 da, interlude. And that's it. So you have those 2 sections and you just alternate through the entire song until the very end, which we're gonna talk about in a second. So here is the verse. Now what I'm gonna do is add the same arpeggio sort of raking pattern that we did for the first section, the interlude. So we're gonna do those same rhythms and the same idea, but for the verse chord progression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the interlude there. So let's put these 2 sections together. We're gonna play the interlude into the verse, and then we'll go back to the interlude. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I segued there into the last part, which just plays A minor for a bar to D minor for a bar. And for D minor, I'm playing from the D string down, open 2, 3, 1. You can use your 3rd finger there or your pinky. I just prefer my pinky a lot of the times for this D minor. So there for the ending, we're just fading out on A minor to D minor as that organ solo sort of, or that organ sound just takes over. Now, as an easier version, you could also just strum through the whole thing, which the guitarist does over the organ solo and plays just like a 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6 sort of strumming pattern like this. That'll work as well. There you go, that's a breakdown, just those couple sections, and make sure you play it along with the recording. And don't forget to comment below and let me know if you know another song that uses this sort of guitar technique. I think it's incredibly unique and I can't think of another one. So let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to download your free copy of my book. You can get an exclusive download link emailed to you where you can download my book all about soloing. So check that out in the description below. Thanks for your support and we'll see you in the next lesson.